Hi, I'm Maria Toso, and I want to welcome you to a journey of empowerment, a journey of locating very specifically the little inner landmines, we call them samskaras in yoga, that cause the emotional reactivity, that play out again and again, and that magically draw to us exactly the kind of person that will make us a little crazy. And that's really the invitation to look inward, find this place, and figure out what is really going on here. What is the story that's bound up in this energetic knot that we in yoga call a samskara? So the journey is gradual because this is a gradual process that takes patience, self-love, and dedication. So I ask you to stick with this process even when it hurts, because getting in there and finding those sort of splinters that were lodged within us, probably at a really young age, means re-experiencing some of that pain, but just for the purpose of extracting the splinter and releasing and dissolving it, not for the purpose of wallowing in the pain. So you'll see this will be a process of liberation. Now, we will go through several steps in this process. It will take 8 weeks, which sounds like a long time, but really in the great scheme of things isn't. And good things take time to fully integrate into our energy system as new behavior. So we'll move through a process of gradually becoming more acquainted with something as simple as how we breathe. We'll develop the witness within that can start to observe what is happening so that we can stop habitual behavior from happening instead of having it be sort of knee-jerk reactions. We'll go into a much greater sense of being energetically aligned with where in the body do we feel things, and we will know when something is stirring, when the sort of alarm bells are going off within, and we'll be able to cope in a much more skillful way that doesn't necessitate all the outer drama to actually do this sacred work of going inward. We will find out very specifically what happened, and we'll find out very specifically what stories did we start telling ourselves at some point. It became like a script that's running within and that has played out over and over again. We all know people who, divorce one person, only we meet them 3 months later and they're with someone who looks so much like their ex. We're like, are you dating his brother? And we've certainly also done that ourselves, where there seems to be a pattern that repeats itself. And patterns do repeat themselves until we find out where they're coming from. What is that inner record that's playing, like this script that just repeats itself over and over, like Groundhog Day, if you're familiar with that movie. So as we uncover that, we then become free enough to decide, do I want this script to be played out in my life over and over again? And we'll become very skilled at saying, no, I'm not doing this again. I've done this for the last 20 years or however long it's been in your life, and I'm gonna start playing a new script. And that's gonna be a very deliberate process of sort of reprogramming a part of ourselves that we didn't even know were in there. So after that, we also need to release all the people that we have judged as being the cause of our pain. Because as long as we hold them responsible for what's going on within us, we are not free. And that freedom comes when we fully release and forgive. So there will be a process toward the end of this program where we will do that. And even that step is gradual and it doesn't happen in one session, which is why we have a whole week for each of these steps so that we can do them over and over again. And that's how we become good at it. It's like learning to play an instrument. It's not enough to pick it up once or twice. No, it's the consistent daily effort toward changing behavior that creates these new habits that starts to become our life. All of a sudden, a new kind of person will be drawn into our life, and old negative relationship types will fall away. This just happens almost magically when what we are broadcasting from within changes on that very deep level. So stick with it, first of all. Give yourself time. If you find that it's too much to do whatever needs to be done every day, spread it out, stretch it out over 2 weeks, and then go for the next step. But don't stop because something comes up that's painful, okay? I am with you every step of the way. as your guide during these lessons, but also on the Facebook page where you can reach me and where I answer questions and where you'll meet other people that are going through this process, because it is a certain person that's willing to do this work, and it means a lot to find community and friends that are also diving in and starting to take real responsibility and changing things at a really profound level, so that the new story can start to unfold uninhibited by unconscious scripts that keep sabotaging us. So launch into this. The first week will be about breath, and then we'll move further and further into uncovering these scripts. It'll be really exciting. Sometimes it'll be hard, but mostly there'll be an exhilarating feeling of, wow, it doesn't have to be this way. I really can live life in a different way, and I'm ready to do that. And I'm here to help you, and I'm here to guide you.